Today I want to talk about relationships. And I'm not talking about the one with your parents, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or the one you have with your crush who doesn't know about you. I'm talking about the one that you have with yourself. Yep, with yourself. Which is essentially the most important relationship you will ever have in your entire life. And I don't know if you ever talked to someone else about the relationship that you have with someone else, but I think it is one of the most important topics, if not the most important one that is out there. So I think this really needs to be addressed. Because the relationship that you have with yourself determines how your whole life plays out. Seriously, it's that important. The relationship that you have with yourself determines how you treat yourself in regard to having relationships with other people. It determines what kind of opportunities life will give you to express yourself, to follow what you're passionate about. It determines what you think, what you deserve. So let's say, for example, the relationship that you have with yourself, it sucks. You think you're worthless, that you're not good enough, then this is gonna play out in your whole life. So the universe basically is like, you're connected to everything that exists. There's even a quantum mechanics evidence for this, which is called quantum entanglement. You can look it up if you want, but there's literal physical evidence that everything is connected to everything else. So if you would say about yourself, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve X, Y, Z, the universe gets that message and is like, alright, you're not good enough, I'll give you a life where you will where you will get that feeling that you're not good enough wherever you go. So that's kind of the image that the universe will perpetuate, because that's the image that you have of yourself. And that is problematic on so many levels. It's not just that you will sabotage your relationships with that, you will sabotage any opportunities that will come along your way. Because if you think you're not good enough, that's your baseline, everything else builds up on that. So if you feel I'm not good enough, you will not attract loving friendships, loving relationships, because why would you get them? I mean, don't you deserve to be abandoned because you're not good enough? So why on earth would the universe or the creator or God, call it whatever you want, give you something that you think deep down you don't deserve? That's another important point. Deservability. You will only get a life as good as you think you deserve it. And if your baseline is, I'm not good enough, trust me, that life is not gonna look anywhere near that what you actually want it to look like. And this is gonna be a tough one. The only person to blame for that is yourself. Because you're the one carrying that image about yourself that you're not good enough. I'm not saying that you're to blame for all of it, because that image that you carry around, that you're not good enough, was created through other people. So when you first come into this world, you have a blank slate, Your parents and your family is there to guide you as you grow up. Kindergarten teachers, peers, friends, they're also there to guide you in some sense. And if they give you the image that, you're lacking in some sort of way, that's the image that you create for yourself. So let's say your earliest memories are, your parents not properly taking care of you, or they're sending you into your room if you're upset, for example. The message that you get is, if I'm upset or if I'm not acting a certain way, the world does not love me. So you basically get the message, the world will not love me the way I am, so you adapt your behavior. But the whole picture that you generate in your mind is, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love, and so on and so forth. So that the picture creation and how people treated you is, in that sense, the people's fault. If your parents were really mean to you, that's not your fault. But what is not your fault, that sounds so mean, but what you are responsible for is if you continue to carry that picture of yourself wherever you go, every day and night, basically 24/7. So the picture was created when you were younger, and ever since then you've been carrying it around as if it was your own. So you carry around that I'm not good enough, period. And it is now your responsibility to let go of that, because you deserve to have a great life. Every single person out there does. Every single person out there deserves to overcome their challenges, to learn and grow from them, and to turn things around for the better. That's my opinion. That's why I created this channel, because I know how painful it is if you feel like you're not good enough. That I've been living like that for 23 years. For 23 years I thought, I'm not good enough, that's my baseline, and there's absolutely nothing I can do to change that. No matter what I did externally, you know, if I got good grades, if I succeeded in sports or anything really, it was never good enough for me. And at some point I was so frustrated and I was so hopeless, because I thought, that's just a baseline. Well, and nothing I'm doing on the external is, you know, changing my baseline. So how can I let go of that? And yeah, I managed to let go of it. I will create more videos on that, because it's a really not complicated necessarily. It's a really another topic that I really have to explain in detail and that I want to discuss in detail, because letting go can be different for different people, you know. But I will definitely make a video on that, so absolutely subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will get notified if I make a video about that topic. But going back to you're not being good enough. Like I said earlier, it affects every decision you make in your life. It affects opportunities that can be right in front of you and you will not be able to perceive them. Let's just say you're one step away from winning the lottery, and not even that. I have a better example. Let's just say you won the lottery and you have the ticket, and you have that ticket, you just have to go to the lottery office and give it to them, and then you will be rich. And you feeling not good enough is basically you having the lottery ticket and you're not going to the lottery office to get the bazillions of money. That's essentially what you're doing to yourself if you say I'm not good enough. Because life essentially is the lottery ticket, and you shooting yourself in the leg by saying you're not good enough, or I don't deserve XYZ, I don't deserve love, etc. And that's why I addressed it today. It is so important. If you think to yourself that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, that you don't deserve love, that you let go of this as soon as possible. You might not even be aware that this is the self-image that you carry around about yourself. Which is why I made this video, to remind you, go check in with yourself. How do you feel at the very core level about yourself? Do you trust yourself? Do you like yourself? Are you kind to yourself? If the answer to those questions are no, then you, my friend, you have some work to do. I'm doing this video because I want you to be reminded that there is an alternative to I'm not good enough. If that's your baseline right now, you have all the ability in the world to change that. But that decision has to come from yourself. If you think there's nothing wrong with treating myself like I'm a worthless piece of human being, then go ahead and do it. I'm not stopping you. But I strongly encourage you to treat yourself better. And there's a saying out there, you should treat yourself like you're your own best friend. And I always thought, okay, this is like just some cheesy quote or cheesy advice that you should treat yourself like you're your own best friend. But I have to tell you, it is 100% true. I recently thought about, okay, how could it change that? Like from not being good enough to feeling good enough. Because let me tell you, you're always good enough no matter what. No matter how you feel, it does not change how you are at your very core. Which is, you at your core, the universe deemed you to be so worthy that it brought you into existence. And that's at your core, and that will never change. So no matter what you think about yourself, you will always be good enough at your very core. But that being said, I also want you to feel it, that you feel at your very core level that you are good enough. And I want you to think back when you were first born. Just imagine yourself as like a little baby. Would you go up to that baby and say, "You're not good enough. You're not worthy of love"? I mean, who would do that? That would be really weird. Like, no. I thought about it in a sense, if you would carry a picture of your, let's say, a 3 or 4 year old self, or it could be 5, or just when you were younger, and you look at a person, at the 5-year-old you, would you continuously tell the 5-year-old you that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success in life? Would you look at that picture and feel nothing as you say that? Because, trust me, on a core level, your inner child is so deeply hurt by "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve XYZ," that it's literally crying all the time. It's crying out for love, and you're the person denying yourself that love. And that is what has to change. And it can change. It might feel hopeless when you are at the point where you feel "I'm not good enough and there's nothing I can do about it." I've been there, but I'm telling you, it is possible to change. And in the future, in the near future, I will definitely make some videos on how I did it, how I let go of my limiting beliefs, how I transformed myself from "I'm not good enough" to "I am good enough and I deserve love and success and I deserve to be treated well by myself and by other people." And I want you to be able to say that about yourself too, which is why I created this channel, and I'm so passionate about it, and I will definitely make other videos regarding that topic. Maybe some videos that are a bit more structured. I tried filming videos with more structure. I even got dressed up, put makeup on, and I wrote scripts. I mean, I already have like 5 scripts written out, but sometimes I just feel like I have to get in front of a camera right now and just talk to you from my heart, no matter if it's like all over the place, because I hope you still get the message. And also let me know in the comments if there are any topics that you would like to have covered regarding self-development or self-love, confidence, relationships, etc. So give this video a thumbs up, and I see you in the next video. Bye!